Good morning and welcome back. It is 5:13 on the 18th of December, only a week away from Christmas. And once again, we're waking up to some dreary conditions. Now, temperatures are mild, so there's not a chill in the air this morning, generally in the mid 50s. And later today, believe it or not, we're going to be awfully close to 70 degrees. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't hit 70 degrees here in Chattanooga, 67 in Dayton, 68 in Dalton, 70 in Calhoun. We're going to have that chance for some storms. Wind gusts is 20 to 25 miles per hour. We're going to have a front approaching. Ahead of that front, we're dealing with the fog. No rain this morning, but dense fog advisories in effect for southeast Tennessee, western North Carolina, and all of North Georgia. Visibility could drop below a quarter of a mile at times. So again, use caution, use your low beam. Here's a look at Cleveland. You can see some of that fog in the distance, but here in this shot, visibility looking okay. But then you move into Chattanooga, coming down the ridge cut, patches of fog. Please use caution. That's what that road sign says there. Earlier, you couldn't even see the sign, so the conditions have improved a little bit, but still pretty thick fog out there. So arrive safely on this Wednesday morning. Here's a look at your satellite and radar. After the fog lifts, it's going to be more about the storm potential this afternoon. Now, we're not going to have any rain coming into the picture until after lunchtime. Along this cold front, though, you can already see a couple of strong to severe storms. So we have a squall line developing. This is going to move through western Tennessee and middle Tennessee through the mid-morning into the early afternoon. It is going to weaken to some degree as it moves into our area, but there's still going to be that potential for a few strong storms, primarily north of Chattanooga in this dark green shade. So Pikeville, Dayton, Dunlap, along the Cumberland Plateau into Middle Tennessee. There is a low severe threat. It's a level 1 out of 5, but it is a possibility that we have some damaging wind gusts. Can't completely rule out a spin up tornado, especially in Middle Tennessee. That is something we'll track closely as we get into your afternoon. But the further south and east you go, the threat is much lower. But between about 12 and 5, that's when you need to be weather aware. Primary threat for our northern communities going to be damaging wind gusts. And of course, that is going to come into Middle Tennessee through the mid-morning and early afternoon. Most of our coverage area is going to be dealing with this between about 1 to 5, and all this is going to generally be moving from the west to the east, as it typically does as the cold front approaches. Now let's track it all out using Futurecast. So clouds this morning, we'll have the fog, reduced visibility through about 9 o'clock, and then we're going to have a break. And then by the time we get into the lunch hour, the showers and storms are going to be rolling in from the northwest. This will continue to move across our coverage area. Here's your timestamp. By about 3:30, 4 o'clock, this is moving in Chattanooga, Dalton, Dayton, Athens, and then by about 6, again, everything's going to be moving quickly. Murphy, Blue Ridge, Ellijay will be getting in on some of that storm activity, and then just a few lingering showers through about 9 p.m. But that window for strong to severe storms, again, going to be between about lunchtime and 5 o'clock. Here's a look at your Futurecast rainfall. Some of you could pick up another quarter to maybe half of an inch of rain. So not going to be a good soaking, but again, this is just something kind of need to be weather aware of as we move into the next little bit. Only 7 days away till Christmas, and as we take a look at your next 7 days, it is going to turn much colder into your Saturday and Sunday, and then start to bump back up into the Christmas holiday. And as we close out December, it looks like we're going to have a whole lot of warm air moving across much of the lower 48. So no white Christmas on the table this year, but today it's going to be more about the storms as we're only a week away from Christmas. Of course, many of you have some activities or festivities planned for the upcoming weekend. It is going to turn colder, but we'll have some sunshine, and after days of fog, that sun is going to be oh so nice.
You know, with all the fog we've been having, this kind of reminds me, plus it's 70 degrees a week from Christmas.
Yep.
So let's blame this on La Nina.
Thanks a lot, La Nina. You know, our warmest Christmas ever, this isn't going to be today's trivia, so I'm going to mention it, was 75 degrees. So warmest Christmas day we've ever had, 75. The coldest, -2, so fluctuations.
Thanks, Clay.